Hey everybody, this is Freddy at 5280scuba.com. A lot of people don't use a dive log these days. I think it's because they get cumbersome, but would you use one if it was cool to use and had all the features you wanted? We'll get to that in just a second. Okay, this one's a little different today. It's about dive logs, and I see a growing number of people that just don't keep a log anymore. They don't log their dives, and there's a lot of information that you'd really want to keep, but I think the reason, my opinion, is that they're cumbersome to use. They have a lot of information that's really not relevant. I mean, honestly, when was the last time you logged a profile, right? Your first dive, your surface interval, your second dive with your tables. I mean, the truth is people just don't use tables anymore. They use dive computers and stuff. So the dive logs haven't kept up. We actually could not find a fun one to use. So the unique part about this is actually a 5280 product. So you're going to have an opportunity to help me out here. And that is, I can't give you a rating on this because after all, it's our product. You would expect me to rate it higher. So instead of trying to rate it myself, I'm going to share with you the features of this. And then you rate it for us. How about that? Okay? Well, one thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to make them simple. No 24-hour time frames, and then the profile where you log your time in and then all this kind of stuff. Really, that's not what you want to keep a log for once you're a seasoned diver. One of the things that we did here was we tried to keep everything in there that you're going to want to remember between trips or between dives, right? How about the destination, your trip, your location, where you're at, Bahamas, for example. How about the resort you stayed at, right? Maybe, keep track of it to see if you'd ever go back there again. The dive site, that's the tricky part for people because you can dive 3 or 4 dives in a day. And let me see, was that Lighthouse Reef? Was that Blue Corner? What? I don't remember what it was. First dive. Well, this is really simple. It's 2-sided page. Dive 1, keep track of it. And the nice thing is you can have a cumulative tracking as well. A lot of people try to keep track of their dives. There are patches and awards for 100 dives, 200 dives, 1,000 dives. Well, this has a cumulative total that you can keep running in your logbook. Okay, keep track of who your dive buddy is, the depth that you went to, and your bottom time. Those are relevant things because as you mature as a diver, you're going to stretch your tank longer. So if in the beginning you can go 35 minutes, when you get 45 minutes, that's a milestone. You can log it down here, okay? It also tracks the equipment that you're using, whether you're diving nitrox, whether you're diving air, a full wetsuit, a shorty, a dry suit, the thickness that you used, how much weight you used. I like that part because as you get a little better with your buoyancy, you can lighten your weight on there, and this helps you keep track. How I use this personally is I like to track the weather conditions and all that too, the time of year that I was there. So when people say, gee, what's the best time of the year in Fiji? You can tell them, well, September was awesome. And here's my dive log, and I remember the waves, I remember the weather, whether it was cloudy or not. And then there's a big section down for notes. So if something is relevant to you, if you're a photographer and you want to keep your settings for your camera down there, or if you saw a particular animal that maybe wasn't super common for you. Another thing that I personally love to do in my log is I'm always chasing a first. So what that means is, okay, when you were an open water diver, your first ocean dive, your first boat dives. Then as you progressed a little further, your first wreck, your first night. And then maybe the creatures, your first shark, your first manta ray, your first mandarin goby, hard to find, right? Those kind of things. So I like to keep track of those here too. I would say the key features of this log is it comes in a nice package. It also comes with a trip list, okay? There's 50 dives per package. It's a great value, $9.95, right? For 50 dives, and you get a trip list. The trip list is something that before you head out on a trip, it's just, you're not going to forget anything if you use this list. It's got all the dive gear possible that you might bring. It's got all your essentials like your passport, a copy of your passport, your camera, extra batteries, your TSA luggage locks, things like that. It's got all your pre-trip information on here too that you want to accomplish before you go. Make sure your passport is up to date. Get your DAN trip insurance, right? Get your gear service before you go. Just little checkoffs that you can do. It even has a clothing list, an item not to forget, so you don't get down there and you're like, forgot that. And then it has some suggestions too for trips that are very nice. An example would be put an ID, a copy of your ID, inside your luggage in case of missing bag tags, things like that. Okay, personal items for 2 days in case of luggage loss or delay. Right? Maybe a luggage scale, a copy of your DAN insurance card, little things like that. Tag your equipment. It's just got a bunch of suggestions. Notify your credit card company that you're going to be out of the country, you know, those kind of things. So it's really kind of helpful there. It's stamped, so it fits right in a logbook, you know, 3-hole stamp. The pages are 2-sided and you get enough for 50 dives. The only way to be honest about this is to have you rate it for us because we made it. We think it's pretty cool. But what do you think?
Perfect.